And now for our application. We know we have 38 out of 100. And we can write it as 38% and 38 hundredths. I know many of you might be getting tired of this, but believe me, after our 100 days, you'll know this for the rest of your life. You'll be able to teach it in a college level, the difference between percents, fractions, and decimals. So the exposure is good, and some of you might still be at the point where you're not really understanding, and just, it's okay. We don't all learn at the same way, but just don't give up. Keep watching the videos and keep understanding. Now, I know that 38 100ths, I'm not going to do a think aloud of the way I would do it in my brain. As you've known from all the even numbers in past, whenever I have a numerator and a denominator that's even, I just keep cutting them both in half. So I'm going to do it a different way because some of you don't do that. Some of you, if you're not sure whether you can simplify a fraction or not, is you need to write the factors of the numbers to see if you can come up with a common factor for the numerator and the denominator, and then you can chunk them in the right spot. Well, 38, how am I going to figure out what 38? I know it's divisible by 2, so I know 2 times 19, and I know 1 times 38. Well, what I would normally do in another number is I could take the number 38 and I could try to divide it by, let's try to divide it by 4. 4 goes into 3, times, what times 4 gives me 38? Oh, nothing evenly. So I know it can't be 4. What about 5? Well, I know 5, in order for a 5 to go in, it has to end in 0 or 5. What about 6? 38 divided by 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7, 42. Nope, doesn't go in there evenly. What about 8? 38 divided by 8. Well, 8 times 4 is 24. 8 times 5 is 30. 8 times 6 is 36. Oh, no. So this might be a process that some of you might need to be doing, and that's why it's okay to have a calculator with you, so you're going through the process quickly. You're not spending 10,000 million years trying to figure out, just use a calculator at this point until you can become more familiar with your multiplication tables, so you can navigate through until you can get to the just the mental math to know that once you're at the factors, you don't need to investigate anymore. We will start transitioning to investigating by dividing by our prime numbers and some numbers that could lead you to find out if it is a common factor or not. A little hint, I know that 19 is prime, so that pretty much tells me I'm done. But anyway, looking at all this, I realize after going through all of my possible factors of 38, I realize that it is only 2. Now you can see why I prefer to just go, and if they're both even, I divide by 2. So I'm going to divide my 100 by 2. In other words, I'm going to put it into 2 groups of 50, because if I divide 38 by 2, I've got to divide the denominator by 2, which gives me the 50. Now 38, we realized, was 19 there and 19 there. And I drew it so it could show reflection. That's called reflection. Now, last time we did rotation where we rotated it. Oh, that's in there. Okay, a rotation is nothing more than just rotating it. A reflection, however, is if I could hold up a mirror on this side, it would reflect the exact same image. That's reflection. So whenever possible, I like to try to draw it. But in the end, we have 19/50ths is the simplification of 38 100ths.